I don't have that much more time, but I know I have the energy, and I know I have the power. The small drawing wall is growing. There's about 20 small drawings, and I have a lot of big ones done. I'm excited about this project a little bit. So, some exciting news. I'm a NISCA grantee, which means I received a sizable grant from New York State to work on a specific project that will be next November 2025, where I have a solo exhibition plus a community drawing project. I started it here. I'm obsessed with non-representational drawing, expressive mark making, automatic drawing, intuitive drawing, experimental drawing. It kind of all gets lumped together. To me, drawing is the basis for painting. I don't really see how what I'm always doing with drawing is learning how to create the mark, and then think about if I was switching that out with a paintbrush. I don't really see it separate. It's kind of right on that fine line. So that's why I'm always in my practice, especially with this draw it out project at the Artist Residency going into week 3 here. I just had an open studios where people came and drew something. That's so exciting. I had children, all ages, older people, all mixes of age, and it's just fun to see what, from what a child does. And then I often find that this kind of drawing, it evokes the child out of us and invokes the child, and I'm really interested in the child and bringing that back to adults, because I was telling one of the participants that I feel like we lose the child right after a certain society comes and kind of takes it out of us, and trauma and life experiences take it out of us. But how do we reinvigorate and re-engage the child as older people? Sometimes we think it's ridiculous, but I love bringing that out for people, and being an instigator of that. In my spiritual teachings, it's about coming to the teaching as a curious child, as a student, right? Not having to get it perfect, but just diving into the expression. And I see a lot of my spiritual practice kind of is heavily influenced into the abstract art making and drawing practice for me. So it's kind of about that energy and emotionality, and just dialing it into that expression, returning that childlike wonder is my, I think, mission on some level. To whoever wants to receive it, and helping you open that door wider to the freedom that art making, non-representational drawing, and creativity and imagination can really do for us, especially as we move through these chaotic times. It's good to come online and align from the inside, and art making and non-representational drawing is a great way to do that. So I'm going to be talking about the child, and it's also why the FACE program is so important. Faces Forge Ahead, Create Every Day, and it starts next January 2025. A great way to start your new year, reconnecting, or maybe opening that door wider, daring yourself to find that freedom and journey through emotion, energy, intuition, integration, and just explore more of your interior worlds. And non-representational and abstraction can really be a building block for anyone, really. And if you're an abstract artist or opening up that door as a beginner to abstraction, this is a great way to start like getting closer and more intimate with the desire and what you really want to say, not what you think you should. Because I know I fell into that trap many a times in the past, and when I've tuned into like my own desire, it says let's just be in my most innate natural state, and sometimes that is highlighting the process more than the product, and letting that be the center stage, and we'll be okay with that, you know. But there's a balance, and it's a decision that we all make as individual artists and creatives. So in this video, I'm just going to be making some more large drawings because I need 100 and I have about 50-ish, and I don't have that much more time, but I know I have the energy and I know I have the power. So let's get started. So I want to say it's more than just a scribble. It's more than what it seems. Non-representational drawing, a non-objective drawing, an experimental, expressive, automatic, intuitive drawing is all like the foundations for abstraction, is the way I see it. And when we're in this drawing practice, we really start to build a kinetic connection with the self, the muscle memory, and learn how to see in a different kind of way, like beyond what we see, color, line, shape, and form. And we also attune the body and attune to the energy and the emotionality, which is really important, because that opens up more intuition when you're like facing yourself internally, and then daring to go and like break through the fear and keep going no matter what. I just wanted to say that because I feel like sometimes it's not understood that the process is very much part of the way we get to the product, right? And that's an argument, process versus product. I here in the Draw It Out project am highlighting the process and making it the center star, the main thing, right? Because that's like one of my highest interests, is this access into more freedom and emotionality and expansion with the self through the process of non-representational drawing. And this can work for the regular person. You don't have to want to be like a full-blown, full-fledged artist. Of course, I think we're all artists in our own way, but you know, there is a certain trajectory and a path when you start getting into the business side of it and selling work and having exhibitions, writing grants. But with that being said, you know, I look at the process. I've been in my process before I've had some of those things, right? And I've like never given up, and my longer goals were always certain other things. That's why we want to learn to separate out the process from the product, and also how the process can just help the everyday individual. I know it can, because I've been in it so much that I know, and it's helped me like come out of hiding and come into my words and voice and be able to see myself in the world. And that's amazing, right? That's what art making can do in this non-representational, non-objective way, and that's what I teach and share. That's why the FACE program that starts next January, which the pre-sale is available now, is all gonna go over all of this, and there's gonna be more specific exercises. I'm bringing in some, you know, art history a little bit, and the energy work and the shamanic work will have a place in there because it's all connected. And it's about that expression and facing the fear and getting more clear internally. What do you really want to say for yourself? Not what do you think you should say because somebody told you. And it's a little bit different in the sense of it asks you to do hard work, and it asks you to face the fear. It acknowledges that it will be hard at times, because like that's the only way we can grow when we like face ourselves in the honesty of all of what it is. And we have to start and look where we are. And that's how we get more intimate with ourselves and become more open in the art process and find more freedom in that, like, daring and exciting way, and, challenge ourselves to show up no matter what.